Hi everyone. Before we get started, if you haven't seen part 1 of this series, I recommend you see that first. For the rest of you, welcome back. Now, today I'm going to be talking about a word that if you've been following BBC News for the past couple of days, you might have heard a lot.
Is it okay that Nicola Sturgeon wants another Indyref 2?
Indyref 2.
Since 2014 shows support for independence up on the level it was at on polling day.
So what is Indyref 2? What are my thoughts on it, and how is it going to affect anyone planning on moving to Scotland? Well, that's what today's about, so strap in. So Indyref 2 refers to a hypothetical second referendum on Scotland's independence from the rest of the United Kingdom. They had previously voted in 2014, but this was defeated by a relatively wide margin. However, in 2016, during the infamous Brexit vote, Britain voted to leave the European Union. Scotland voted overwhelmingly to remain. Since that time, Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon of the Scottish National Party has been lobbying for a do-over. Talk of this has picked up in recent days after the election of longtime Brexit proponent Boris Johnson as the UK's Prime Minister, a man who looks kind of like Arthur Weasley if he were in a car accident and had really bad reconstructive surgery. Even though support for a second referendum seems to fluctuate a little bit with each new poll, it has shown to be on the increase. So, personally, I fully support a second independence referendum, and I would really hope that they vote yes this time. According to financial analysts, Brexit, especially at the rate it's going now, will negatively impact the UK in some way in the future. Considering that in 2016 Scotland was basically forced out of the EU against their will, and is being tossed into the same unknown that England warned them they'd be in if they voted for independence in 2014, it's not too hard to see why they'd want another referendum. A Scotland that's in the EU means more freedom and more financial stability for the Scottish people and anyone who wants to go there and make it their home. So, even though I'm not a resident yet, I support Indyref 2, and I urge you, wherever you are, wherever you live, to think about what this could mean for Scotland and its people. So that's pretty much it. This was just my 2 cents on the issue. And I've gotten pretty interested in Scottish politics since I left in 2018, as maybe you could tell. I highly recommend you follow the SNP's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon on Twitter. I'll include her link below. If you're interested in book reviews or content related to books, there's my other channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in Scotland soon. And before I go, to the wonderful people of Scotland who have had the pleasure of meeting, good luck.